Quarter-final 1 of the Centaury Solo Tech Tournament is about to get underway, and this one is set to be a real ringer. We've got Cocow, DexteR, CarlJr, Tween, DanikB, Hugo, Razii, and Zycos, who are going to be battling it out for 4 spots in the semi-finals that are going to be coming up after at 7 p.m. CEST. So yeah, first map of the entire ordeal is going to be Road Trippin' by Omnipods. The record is held by Massa with a 50.56. Simply had to tweet about this incident because I find it even bigger than you playing Solo Recap. Yeah, that was a bit of a that was some shady shenanigans that happened, Bergie, and yeah, I'm really sorry about that. It must be said, I'm simply a caster. I don't think I have got nothing to do with the organization of Centaury. I'm completely external to this, and thus I don't think I can actually have a strong opinion about this. But anyways, here we go. Good luck, have fun, everyone. Here we go. Round 1, the quarterfinal 1 about to get underway. And we're gonna be spectating, well, let's actually spectate Razii here. This is an 8-man match, remember? And the top 4 will advance to the semifinals. Spectating Tween from Pittsburgh Knights first up. And already Tween getting himself into the lead of the race, putting the names back on. Zycos battling it out with Tween for the lead right now. DanikB in 3rd place, CarlJr in 4th, Cocow, DexteR, Hugo, and Razii rounding out the top 8 so far. Razii getting a little bit left behind by the rest of his competitors, and already getting left behind really quickly here, as he is not able to keep up the pace of the rest of the field. Meanwhile, Cocow also made a huge mistake, and thus he is even further behind the Razii, and that's pretty much going to be game over. So the top 6 right here is really going to be where it's at. CarlJr going a little bit wide compared to Hugo. Hugo almost catching the CP, and could have been really costly here for the French player. And thus it is Zycos, DanikB, and DexteR in 1, 2, 3. CarlJr 4th, Tween 5th. Let's actually check in on the DexteR right now. Zycos in 2nd place. Tween trying to overtake DexteR. Will he be able to make it? Yes, Tween will win the round. No, DexteR keeps the momentum for 15,000th of a second and wins with a 50.932. Tween 2nd, DanikB 4th, Zycos, DanikB 3rd, Zycos 4th, sorry. CarlJr, Razii, Cocow, and Hugo complete the top 8, and thus first blood for DexteR with 10 points for him. Cup mode, yep, it is indeed cup mode, because the round is completely done. 4 finalists away, yeah, it could be 5 finalists away even, yeah, so there could be some really tense rounds up ahead. Meanwhile, at the start of round number 2, Cocow getting into the lead in front of DanikB for 6,000th of a second into the CP and getting overtaken then by DanikB. DanikB inheriting the lead. DexteR, Hugo 2nd, DexteR 3rd, Cocow 4th. Then we go, here we go, this really nice group here. The group remaining fairly tight, 2.5 tenths between 1st and 8th right now, and Tween getting a little bit left behind by the rest of the pack, but DanikB trying to stretch this pack a little bit. Tween touching the outside. That's game over for Tween in this round. Meanwhile, DanikB trying to stretch the gap, but DexteR is coming back at him. Here we go, less than a tenth between DexteR and DanikB. DanikB still holding steadfast in the lead. DexteR with more speed will overtake him in the turn. Will he make it stick though? No, DanikB will win with a time of 50.875. DexteR 2nd, CarlJr 3rd, sorry, Zycos 4th, Hugo, Razii, Tween, and Cocow, your top 8. And thus DexteR still remains in the lead with 18 points, but now sees DanikB only 2 points behind DexteR in 2nd, points behind with DexteR in 2nd place. So yeah, and meanwhile we got a 3-way tie for 3rd place with Tween, CarlJr, and Zycos on the same points tally of 10 points. DexteR doing good so far, you're absolutely right, because it seems as though he's looking pretty good, as meanwhile Zycos has got a really good start on this 3rd round right here, and he's in the lead in front of DanikB, but DanikB with a much better line, more aggressive, more inside line compared to Zycos, will get into the lead and try to stretch him away. And meanwhile Tween is getting into the mix as well. Here we go, 3-way battle for the lead, game on, and that's gonna be a mistake from, I think it was DanikB. Yeah, DanikB making a huge mistake, he's out of the pack right now, and now Zycos in 1st place, Tween into 2nd, just behind, in his gearbox, and then a little bit further behind we got CarlJr, the triple world champion, in 3rd place. Let's see if Tween is able to reel Zycos in overtake him. Into the corner he goes. Will Zycos have more speed? Yes, he will. Will it be enough though? It seems though he will. Yes, for 9,000th of a second. 50.933 for Zycos in 1st place, Tween 2nd, CarlJr 3rd, Razii 4th, DexteR, Cocow, Hugo, and DanikB, your top 8. That was a huge F for DanikB though, must be said. That's actually math close for the top 3, and you're absolutely right. There we go. 2 points of a gap between first and second, 2 points of a gap between second, third. DexteR 22, Zycos 20, Tween 18, and then 1 point behind we find DanikB, and for the point behind we find CarlJr. So yeah, the top 5 is really close at this stage at start of round number 4, and it's going to be Hugo who gets the whole shot, but CarlJr with much more speed will get into the lead in front of DanikB and hugo220. Then we got DanikB trying to reel CarlJr and trying to keep up with the triple world champion, but it's not really paying out so far as he tries to fend off the attempts of DexteR, Zycos, and hugo220, but meanwhile it's Hugo going for the full stop. That's an F for Hugo. It's CarlJr still in first place, DexteR second, then we got DanikB Tween in P3, P4, Zycos P5, Cocow P6, getting a little bit left behind, and now we're seeing how everything goes in this final part of the race. There we go, CarlJr getting into the lead, DexteR with much more speed than CarlJr. Will he be able to overtake him into the final corner? DexteR with a much better line. Will it be able will be enough? No, CarlJr will win with 0.05 of a second of an advantage. 50.85 for CarlJr in first, DexteR second, Tween third, DanikB fourth, Zycos, Razii, Hugo, Cocow, and Hugo, your top 8. Map 1 already done. We are getting into map number 2 then, which is going to be Cosmicro by MD Point. Your map order is as follows. So Road Tripping was first map, now we go on to Cosmicro by MD Point. Next up is Aftermath by Beat and Nevermind in Beat, then Exposito by Moss, and to finish it off, Pretpao by Solia and Zycos. Close group at the moment, yeah, you're right. Cosmicro by MD Point, record held by DanikB with a 45.648. Quick score recap after 8 rounds then. DexteR first with 30 points, CarlJr second with 26, PK Tween third with 24, or fourth, Zycos with 24 points, DanikB fifth with 22, Razii sixth with 14, Hugo seventh with 8, and Cocow 8th with 8. High level match indeed. Yeah, Costo, you're absolutely right, as we currently see in the warm-up that yeah, Tween has got himself pretty much it's a pretty good warm-up round here into Cosmicro by MD Point. I have been successfully rehydrated, boys. Anyways, the warm-up has ended. Good luck, have fun. Map number 2 about to get underway with round number 5 of the match. Let's go point 6 against Zycos, trying to hype himself up, potentially try to get some really good rounds like we saw during round 3 of the tournament, where he dropped to 0.665, which was number 2 daddy, or number 2 local, should I say, on this map. And already we see a mistake by one of the drivers, and that was Zycos already, as he hyped himself up, he cursed himself, it seems, and that's karma hitting really hard for Zycos as he drops down to 6/10 down on the lead group. Meanwhile, it's DexteR and CarlJr in first and second, Cocow emerging in front of the triple world champion, and actually CarlJr having a really slow start right here. And thus he will drop down to P7 behind Razii, but the group remains within fairly tight, and Razii, as just I say, that makes a mistake and drops behind Zycos, so he will be behind 1 second behind the leader. Hugo turtling! That's a new one. I've never seen someone turtle during a I've never seen someone turtle like that early in the round. Meanwhile, it's DanikB, Tween, and CarlJr in first, second, and third. Will DanikB be able to resist Tween? Yes, he will. He will actually win the round with a time, let's see, of 35.904. Tween second, CarlJr third, Cocow fourth, DexteR, Zycos, Razii, and Hugo has DNF. So only 7 people finishing, and that will be a hurtful blow to Hugo's chances of actually scoring any points. It's not enough of the quality, needed enough pixels to see the points. Okay, that's fair, hopefully. I'll try to make as much of a point recap as I can. Meanwhile, round 6 of the match has been started, and we're currently seeing that, yeah, Zycos, Cocow, and Razii get in your top 3 right now. Points are really close indeed. 34 points for DexteR, 32 points for DanikB, Tween, and CarlJr, as we already see CarlJr making a mistake as well as Zycos. So yeah, CarlJr not really feeling it right now onto this map so far, and right now it is currently Tween, Cocow, DanikB, yeah, Cocow making a mistake, so it's Tween, DanikB, and DexteR in your top 3. Hugo in P4. Will he turtle this time around with the landing? No, he will not. He will keep itself into the P4. Tween still in the lead. DexteR in second, DanikB third, Hugo fourth. Will it be a snipe across the line? No, it seems that the Tween has got it under control, and he will be able to win the round unless DexteR is able to pull something. No, Tween will win the round with a time of 45.850. DexteR second, Hugo third, DanikB fourth, Cocow, Zycos, Razii, and CarlJr, your top 8. CarlJr not to be as at his ease with this particular map right here, and he's falling. He still remains in P4, but he's steadily falling behind the other guys behind. So yeah, oh, I missed the 0.001. So yeah, really sorry about that. Between Hugo and Danik. Oh, true. Round 7 started, and meanwhile, CarlJr gets into the lead. Let's see if he's able to actually get into the to actually get himself into a big point scoring position for the first time on this map. Let's actually see. DanikB in first place, Zycos second, DexteR third, Hugo fourth, Cocow fifth. Then we got CarlJr emerging into the fight, which emerges into us, and which transpires into a top 6 battle for the lead right now. Zycos, DanikB, and CarlJr as Hugo hits the wall. This is the death of Hugo right there. Zycos and CarlJr, the 1v1 for the lead right now. Zycos having a bit less momentum than CarlJr. CarlJr will be able to make it stick potentially into the final turn. Yes, CarlJr will win the round. Let's actually check on the time of CarlJr. CarlJr will win with a 45.840. Zycos second, DanikB third, DexteR fourth, Razii, Hugo, Cocow, and that's it. Tween DNF'd! And so Tween will plummet down to 4th position as a result of that no score. Unfortunately for the Slovakian player, that was not what he needed to be, when he absolutely needed to. So yeah, this is going to be already kind of, it could actually hurt in the long game. It must be, it should not actually happen too much for Tween, otherwise he could find himself out on the spot after the quarterfinal. Let's actually check in on the Slovakian player from Pittsburgh Knights. Currently sitting in the right group of the leaders right now. Hugo and DanikB in first and second. Then we got Tween emerging in 3rd place and emerging temporarily in the lead as a result of that turn. Will we get into the CP? No, it's Hugo who gets the whole shine into the CP. Well, Hugo Turtle though. We see on that. We've seen that on round number 1. Will he be actually able to make it? Yeah, he made it. But now it's Tween in the lead in front of Hugo. Hugo trying to make some better lines here right now to make it happen. No, it's not going to be enough momentum to actually reel Tween in. And thus Tween will be able to keep himself into the lead and will win the round with ease with a time of, let's see, 45.958. DanikB second, Hugo third, CarlJr fourth, Zycos, DexteR, Razii, and Cocow, your top 8. And so yeah, Tween back up into the points, but look at how close it is. 52, 51, 50, 48, then 42 points. It is still a tight battle for the top 4 as we head onto the 3rd map, which is going to be Nevermind and Beats Aftermath. Tween holding the local here is actually potentially could be either a blessing or a curse for Tween. Currently, he has the local record with a 49.722. Quick score recap after 8 rounds. Tween first with 52, DanikB would be second with 51, DexteR third with 50, CarlJr fourth with 48, Zycos fifth with 42, Razii sixth with 24, Hugo seventh with 23, and Cocow eighth with 20. 10 points for top 5, yeah, exactly. But more importantly, 4 points for top 4. So yeah, that's pretty much the biggest battle that we're going to see brewing right now. So yeah, that final spot, that 4th spot is going to cost so much for some of these players at the end of the day with some of the DNFs that we've seen and some of the turtles that we've seen happening for some of these players. As we're heading towards the end of the warm-up on Aftermath from Nevermind and Beats, we're seeing that Tween is currently trying to pace himself, trying to make sure that he doesn't make too much mistakes or make a mistake in this round like that one to avoid doing it in the live round. Remember the warm-up rule. If you do well in the warm-up, it's pretty much going to curse you for the entirety of the next run. So, round number 9 of the match getting underway, map 3 underway, and we're going to be spectating, let's see, we're going to be spectating, well, Razii from Team M&M. So, round 1 of 4 on Aftermath is started. Here we go then. Razii in P7, but still holding right in the group. Already it's CarlJr pulling away from the rest of the field, and actually he had a really dodgy line, and thus he will enable Tween and DexteR to emerge in the front. And actually CarlJr will have to fend off the assaults of Razii for P7. Meanwhile, up front it is Tween and DexteR in first and second, Cocow third. Let's actually check in on the perspective of the French driver who got overtaken by DanikB for 3rd position. Tween and DexteR in first and second. DexteR overtaking Tween for the lead. Tween going really close to the wall, still keeps it all together. And now it's a battle, 4-way battle for first place. Tween and DexteR first and second, Cocow in third, DanikB fourth. Tween battling up fiercely with DexteR. They're neck and neck as they are going into the final part of the track right now. And Tween still trying to make something about DexteR. It's going to be a battle across the finish line. It's going to be Tween who wins it with the next final corner with a 49.982. DexteR second, Cocow third, DanikB fourth, Hugo, CarlJr, Zycos, and Razii, your top 8. Tween pulling away in the standings compared to DexteR. Well, pulling away. He's got a 4-point advantage only compared to DexteR, but still better than nothing at this stage of the match. Meanwhile, CarlJr not having had the best run of his life. He had a really strong start, but then 10 seconds in, it's all starting to unravel for the triple world champion. Let's see if he's able to keep it all together and score some big points to get back into contact with to get back into contact with third place DanikB here. DanikB is not that far up the ropes, 5 points ahead only in third place with 56 is DanikB, and currently he's in second place in the round and actually overtaking Tween for the lead right now, but he's battling with Tween and Zycos. Tween taking the wall. That's going to be the death of Tween right now. Now it's going to be CarlJr, Zycos, and Cocow for top 3 battle and top 4 potentially with DanikB emerging into the race. Now we're seeing DexteR also getting into the field, so it's now it's a 5-man battle for the lead potentially. CarlJr and Cocow and Zycos battling it out fiercely for the lead. Will CarlJr be able to fend up the assaults of Cocow from formerly Oser Esport? It's going to be Cocow who wins the round on the sniping with a 50.022. Cocow first, CarlJr second, DexteR third, Zycos fourth, DanikB, Razii, Tween, and Hugo your top 8. Cocow getting back himself into 6th position in 36 points as a result of that. He's still a long way away from getting himself into contention for that top 4 spot. CarlJr is on 59 points, so there's still quite a way to do. Long way to go for that to happen. Meanwhile, at the start of round number 3 on Aftermath, round number 11 in the match, we see that Tween is in the lead in front of DexteR and Cocow. Cocow trying to battle for second place with DexteR. Zycos in 4th place. We also got CarlJr re-emerging into the lead fight right now, and now we're seeing DexteR and Tween battling it out yet again for the lead. This time, everybody makes it clear. No touch on the wall for Tween compared to the last round. We got Zycos also emerging into the battle. DexteR as well. Then Tween in 3rd place. Cocow in 2nd place right now. Could he try to make another snipe like he did in the previous round? Zycos touching the wall. He inherits the lead as a result of that. Cocow potentially getting himself his 2nd round win in a row. It's gonna be the case. No! DexteR will snipe him at the line for 100th of a second. 50.018 the finishing time. DexteR first, Cocow second, Tween third, Razii fourth, CarlJr, DanikB, Hugo, and Zycos, your top 8. Novice 60, Masa 45, Feed 44, Carl 40, Dutchy 38, Kai 35, Lightsy 30, Hoop 20 on server 2. Okay then, thank you very much What the Fuck Deluxe for that. DexteR sniping him at the line and actually sniping the lead over sniping the lead from Tween on the live match ranking. 74 points for DexteR versus 70 for Tween. So yeah, pretty good points haul for DexteR on this map. Meanwhile, Tween currently holding the lead in front of Cocow and DanikB in Cocow and DanikB has made a mistake as I switched cameras and permitted auto mop, but yeah, unfortunately that was a little bit of an unfortunate decision. Meanwhile, Zycos and Tween first and second. Then we got Hugo in third, battling it out with DexteR to retain that 3rd place. Zycos still in the lead right now. He is going to be potentially the winner unless another wall touch happens. Hugo trying to reel Tween in. CarlJr reeling Hugo in. It's going to be a 3rd place potentially for CarlJr. Oh, Tween could potentially try to snipe him, but it did not pay off. 50.048 for Zycos, who wins the round. Tween second, Hugo third, CarlJr fourth, DexteR, Razii, DanikB, Cocow, your top 8. And shared lead as a result of map number 3. As we head into map number 4, which is going to be Exposito by Mas. Record here held by Masa with a 51.267. Quick score recap after 12 rounds, 78 points equal for DexteR in 1st place and Tween in 2nd place. CarlJr 3rd with 68, DanikB 4th with 65, Zycos 5th with 60, Cocow 6th with 45, Hugo 7th with 46, and Razii 8th with 36. So, warm-up round currently being done by the players. The battle is extremely tight for this particular matchup. We all expected it to be a ringer, but it is a hell of a ringer. Look at the gap between top 1 and top 4. 13 points, and then 18 points between top 1 and top 5. So yeah, that final spot could potentially be extremely costly for that some of the players out there. Cocow is way too far behind, unless of an incredible remontada for Cocow. It seems it's unlikely that he will continue into the semifinals in the next few little bits. So, warm-up being done right now. Round number 13 about to get underway in the match. Good luck, have fun, everyone. Map number 4 about to get underway, and we're going to be spectating Tween from Pittsburgh Knights. Round 13 underway. Let's see. Quick right, quick left, right from all the players to get the no drip, to get the no jump, sorry. Then we go first really good line between CP1 and 2. And here we go. CP3, it is going to be Cocow who gets the whole shot in front of Tween and Hugo. Hugo emerging in the lead in front of Tween and Zycos, and here we go then with Hugo getting into the lead as we head into the CP5 and CP6 section right now. Oh, Tween touching the outside wall, Zycos as well, and now the pinball from Tween. That's a death for the Slovakian player right now. That could be extremely costly indeed for the Slovakian player. As long as he gets the finish line, he's still going to get only a miserable point as meager consolation for the Slovakian player. Meanwhile, Hugo holds the lead in front of CarlJr, Cocow, and DexteR. CarlJr in second place, Hugo touching the wall, the pressure getting to him, and thus it will be a battle between DanikB and CarlJr. It will be CarlJr who snipes DanikB at the line with a 51.478. DanikB second, DexteR third, Cocow fourth, Hugo, Razii, Zycos, and Tween, your top 8. And Tween, as a result of that, will drop down. No, he still remains into P2. Well, he will drop. He would be in P2, and DexteR will be on first place with 84 points since they were on a shared lead. But now, only 1 point behind, we find the triple world champion CarlJr waiting to actually snatch second place away from Tween's hands. So yeah, it will be very interesting to see how Tween can retaliate and actually recenter his mind over the course of these. Oh, and as I say that, he makes another huge mistake again. Is this where it all unravels for Tween? That will be absolutely devastating. And also, DexteR and CarlJr are out, so it will be a battle between Zycos, Cocow, Hugo, and Razii for your and Hugo for the lead, and Razii a little bit further behind, Wilson guaranteed the top 4 finish. DanikB in P5 a little bit further down the field. Meanwhile, we got Zycos and Hugo battling it out for the lead, with Cocow also in the ambush, waiting to pounce. Cocow with a really aggressive line. It's not going to pay off potentially. And now we're seeing Zycos getting reeled in by Hugo, and Hugo making it stick in the final corner. Hugo will get the win with a 51.478. Hugo, Zycos, Cocow, DanikB. Then we got CarlJr, DexteR, and Tween in 7th, and Razii has DNF'd and will not score any points. What in the hell just happened in this round? Tween getting overtaken by CarlJr in the point stakes, with CarlJr on 82, Tween on 81, DexteR only 3 points collected over the course of this round with 87. So the battle for the top 3 and top 4 is still looking pretty strong indeed. There's no timeout option here, sorry. Meanwhile, DexteR having a little bit of difficulty here, currently finding himself at the tail end of the field, 2/10 behind the leader. Meanwhile, Zycos has touched the wall, and that's going to be CarlJr leading the field in front of Tween and DanikB. Tween actually overtaking CarlJr as I say that, and we switch back to him. And now it's Tween, DanikB, and CarlJr in your top 3, with Hugo just behind and Razii as well, holding really steady. Cocow and Zycos are already fully out of the picture. Cocow almost 5 seconds behind. Zycos 1 second behind the leader. Meanwhile, it's Tween and CarlJr battling it out fiercely alongside DanikB for the lead. Tween with a really nice and tidy line through here will potentially get himself a round win under the wing here. And here we go, Tween winning the round with a time of 51.468. DanikB second, CarlJr third, Hugo fourth, DexteR, Razii, Zycos, and Cocow, your top 8. Is there a bad option asking for a friend? No, there's not. Round number 16 of the match is underway. 91 points equal, shared lead again between Tween and DexteR. Only one of those can actually get into finalist mode if they keep their game going. But yeah, we're gonna have to see how everything goes for either player. Meanwhile, CarlJr is not able to reach finalist. He's way too far behind. He's on 88. He would be on 98. That's not really the situation that we want to see when you're actually that close to finalist mode, especially on the quarterfinals. Meanwhile, let's actually see how it goes. You can actually see that DanikB is in the lead in front of Cocow. Then we got Zycos in third place. Tween has fallen back down the order. Oh, that's a huge rip for DexteR. DexteR is out, and thus it's going to be Cocow, DanikB, and Tween battling it out for the lead. Actually, DanikB trying to fend off the assaults of Tween. Tween getting past Cocow, potentially needs a win here. If he wants to get into finalist mode, he will get it, and he will get into finalist mode with a 51.432. Tween first, CarlJr second, DanikB third, Cocow fourth, Hugo, Razii, Zycos, and DexteR, your top 8. And Tween is the first man in this match to pass into finalists. Right as we switch maps. And we're going to be going onto the final map, which is going to be Pretpal by Zycos and Solja. Record here held by Massa with a 49.655. Tween is the second best time local with a 49.691. Score recap after 16 rounds. Tween has made it to finalist status. He needs one more round to secure his position and secure himself into the semifinals. CarlJr is in second place with 96 points. DanikB third with 92, shared here points with DexteR. DexteR fourth, sorry. Zycos 5th with 74, Cocow 6th with 62, Hugo 7th with 59, and Razii 8th with 45. And in the battle for the top 4, it seems as though that battle will stay consigned to the top 4 unless a huge comeback happens. Zycos could potentially make something happen, but for Cocow and so on, it could potentially be over. With that finalist mode, nothing is over. Yeah, true that. You absolutely never know what can happen. Anything can happen and usually does. Yeah, top 4 has a solid lead, but there could be some remontadas happening. Also, I want to take the time to thank the follows. Thank you very much, Ewola, thank you Yanktor, thank you Weasel, and thank you Itsuko for the follows, my guys. Well, GLHF, first take for Tween to secure himself a spot in the semifinals. We're going to be spectating the Slovak driver from Pittsburgh Nice. All eyes on him. Nobody's finalist on server 2? Okay. So far it is DexteR who gets the whole shot after CP1. Tween still staying in the front battle, but he's not where he wants to be right now. He's gonna have to try to get back up to the lead players and try to get himself into that lead position. DexteR in first place, Zycos third, DanikB fourth, then we got Tween second. DexteR clipping a little bit the inside, and now we're seeing the Tween currently emerging in the lead. Then DanikB in P2. Let's see if he falters in this corner. No, this time it's actually really well taken by Tween. This could potentially be the end of the run. And right here, right now, with Tween still in first place, DanikB actually reeling Tween in, but it will not potentially be paying off as we head into the final part, going a little bit wide is Tween. DanikB potentially with more momentum. The Tween could potentially snipe him at the finish line. Oh, final corner coming in. Will there be a heartbreak? No, Tween will get the round win. GGG for Tween with a 50.011. CarlJr second, DanikB third, DexteR fourth, Cocow, Zycos, Razii, and Hugo, your top 8. GG's to Tween. Whoo boy. And now another finalist steps up to the plate in the person of CarlJr. The triple world champion from Canada, Carl-Anthony Cloutier from Team Centaury, is about to get a shot at getting himself into the semifinals, but now it seems as though he's not really starting onto the most auspicious of starts right now, as he currently sits only in P6, and right now it's DexteR and Razii as well as Zycos battling it out for the lead, although CarlJr is reeling him back in and getting back into the lead fight. Zycos first, CarlJr second, DexteR third. Let's actually see if anyone touches. Ooh, there was a touch right there. It seems as though it was DanikB. Yeah, DanikB is out of the run there and then. Zycos and CarlJr first and second. Could Zycos go for the deny right here and actually make it into a double finalist situation, but potentially DanikB set to score some points right here. Ooh, Zycos clipped the inside. Now it's DexteR stepping up to the plate. Will it be able to deny CarlJr onto the final corner? No, it will not be enough. It will be CarlJr getting into second place. GG to CarlJr with a 50.038. CarlJr first, DexteR second, Razii third, DanikB fourth, Hugo fifth, Zycos sixth, and Cocow seventh. And now we got another, actually two finalists. Double finalists between DexteR and DanikB. Team THC driver from Germany versus one of the hottest tech players in the world from the Czech Republic. DexteR and finalists, yeah, it all comes down to this for DexteR. Meanwhile, Zycos and Hugo in first and second, DanikB in third. Meanwhile, DexteR has not had the best of starts. He's currently finding himself a 10th down on the leader. Although he remains within the pack, he's going to have to do a lot of work to get back into the lead fight and actually prevent Zycos from denying him finalist spot and potentially trying to deny DanikB in the process as well. Meanwhile, Zycos still in the lead. DanikB in second place, trying to reel him in and actually making a move stick potentially on Zycos into the next corner. And now we're seeing a battle neck and neck, wheel to wheel between Zycos and DanikB. DexteR in third, waiting in the wings with hugo220 here. And now we're seeing Zycos getting further behind. DanikB getting into the lead. Will he be able to actually make it stick? DexteR touching the wall. That's enough for DexteR. DanikB will win the round. GG to DanikB with a 50.045. DanikB first, Zycos second, Hugo third, Cocow fourth, Razii and DexteR in fifth and sixth. And now DexteR has his fate all in his hands. One more round for DexteR to get into the semifinals. And he's going to have a pretty stern contender in the form of Zycos, currently 88 points. He's going to have to pull the denials of his life if he wants to keep himself into the running and keep the dream alive for Team Numalov. And it seems as though so far it's DexteR who gets the best start. He currently pulls to around a 10th and a half away from Razii in second place. Razii battling it up with hugo220. Razii second, Hugo third, Zycos fourth, and Cocow fifth. Currently DexteR still holding the lead, steadfast. No, he will touch the wall! Unbelievable! DexteR is out of the race, and thus it will be Zycos versus Razii for this round, and it seems as though Razii got a much better line than Zycos here. Zycos going a little bit all over the place, it seems, and potentially getting overtaken by Cocow for second place, and Razii will get the round win and score some points on the board with a 50.268. Zycos second, Cocow third, Hugo fourth, and unfortunately for DexteR, that's a first DNF. As the rain re-intensifies nearby my house, it's absolutely unbelievable, as we're gonna get back to the restart of that map rotation with Road Trippin' by Subtimal. Not by Subtimal, by Omnipot. God! Thank you very much to Witzy for the 1 bit GLHF. Thank you very much to Nat and Cruzial for the follow, and thank you Ironic29. Thank you very much. So, we're back on Road Trippin'. After one full rotation in 20 rounds, winners are Tween, CarlJr, and DanikB. DexteR is on his second attempt to close it out and get it to the semifinals, but Zycos is waiting in the wings. He only needs to deny once more DexteR to get into finalists and try to bring the fight on to DexteR. Exclamation mark multiplex. I think the multiplex. I think the comment works. Meanwhile, DexteR and Zycos in first and second place. It's the shock of the Titans right here. DexteR on his way to potentially get himself another place into the semifinals. Meanwhile, Zycos trying to keep the dream alive, trying to deny DexteR from getting that, and trying to move himself into finalist status and get into the semifinals as well. It's going to be a tough battle. Look at how close they are as they go into the final corner. Here we go. Final corner, will Zycos make the move stick? Yes, he will! DexteR will also hit the wall! 50.915 for Zycos in the end, and Zycos will move into finalist status. Zycos, Hugo, Razii, and Cocow. Your top 4. And now it is the Mexican standoff between Zycos and DexteR. Only one of those guys will be going to finalist. For one, there will be the joy of victory. For the other, it will be the agony of defeat. Zycos having a really good start compared to DexteR in this round. Meanwhile, DexteR trying to make it up with some better lines for Zycos. Zycos going really wide, but keeping it all together. Cocow emerging in the fight as well. Could potentially be the troublemaker into this finalist status duel right here. Zycos and DexteR first and second, Cocow third. Good Cocow Marque from formerly Oserv Esport, trying to make something happen and try to make himself also a contender for that fourth and final spot in the semifinals. DexteR and Zycos. Zycos DNF! It's up to Cocow to keep the dream alive for Zycos right now, but it seems as though he will not be able to actually do anything here, as DexteR is on his way to get himself into the semifinals. GG to DexteR with a 50.875. DexteR first, Cocow second, and Hugo third will be your finishers. DNFs from Zycos and from Razii. And yeah, DexteR, Tween, CarlJr, and DanikB are into the semifinals, and unfortunately for Zycos, Cocow, hugo220, and Razii, it is the end of the road for the Centaury Solo Tech.